What's up, guys? It's me. Welcome back to VinzTalk. Yeah, pretty much last week I didn't have a VinzTalk. I was too busy with college exams, and I just didn't feel like it, honestly. But for this one, it's a special kind of VinzTalk because I just hit 2K, 2,000 subscribers. Yep, officially. Pretty much for those that didn't know, when my other channel was terminated, it stopped at 2,000. That's where it stopped. And now I'm back. I'm back at 2,000. So this is basically the second time that I just hit 2,000 subscribers. Whoever thought, right? I mean, I don't think I have anything else. I think my Instagram definitely does have 2,000 subscribers. I don't even have a MySpace back then. Like, I'm trying to think of other stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, this is the first of the biggest following, which is in YouTube. So pretty much, despite of what YouTube has done to my other channel and all the other stuff that, YouTube is like really, plotting nowadays. But, okay, really? Man, these are fast cars going in, I swear, in and out. But, like, it's just, unexpected that I would just hit this milestone quick. I don't know if you would call it like 2K milestone. To me, it is, because this is the biggest following ever, which is here on YouTube. So, I want to thank you guys so much for it. And it's something that I never thought would happen at all, from years ago when I did gameplays, a long time. And now I'm doing a bunch of Let's Reads. When I did the whole gameplay thing, it was bad. Yeah, I got to be honest, it was bad. I don't even feel like I missed any of it, and nor that I want to actually just, revisit some of the gameplays that I had, but it was just really bad. It would be like mobile games out of nowhere, and I'll put my like crusty commentary of it, and it would just get awkward, and I would just basically fake of just like saying how amazing, even though it was just like any other game that I was playing. Like, seriously, in the mobile game space, you would play one game, and that same game could be the same kind of mechanics and everything as the other games. It was just like, copy paste kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, I just find this boring. Also other things surrounding it. But doing these Let's Reads, and whoever thought reading would be something that I would actually find within YouTube that I like, it's something that I just really, I treasure. And it's something that is, important to me. I just, even though due to my work ethic here on YouTube, I treat it like a job, even though I don't get paid. But one thing is a payment is knowing that you guys are here, and also getting these comments and just the love that, like, come on, love is more like, fulfilling than money. Even though money is something that is sort of, because I'm an adult and I'm not getting any older, and, taxes are just rising at the top. I got to make money somehow. But that time will come. Right now, I just want to enjoy the moment with you guys. And hopefully this becomes something in the future, something big, and continues to rise as I continue doing these Let's Reads and stuff like that. And that's what I want to do. So thank you guys so much. Also, I just want to really, give a real update, what's going on. Pretty much, for some reason, I put in this list like updates where 2 exams are done. Yeah, I finished 2 exams. I pretty much am just chilling. I'm taking a breather because those 2 exams are just hard. One is algebra and one is like history. So thank gosh, I'm freaking done with those. Like, I had to make like a video essay on history, and of course the exams, which is, basically answering questions in algebra with the slopes and the exponents and the, fractions on fractions and stuff like that, And it was kind of like, I don't have my score yet, so hopefully I have a good score. I'm not sure. But this whole college talk, yeah, a lot of people are not really too fond to actually talk about anything college related. I don't blame them, because it does get boring. Who wants to hear that? I just don't know. I feel like, working and doing something is better than doing nothing, honestly. And that's, it's so fulfilling when you're done with all that work and you get to take a break and chill in this bedroom and then do some reads. That's my chill. That's the way I chill. That's the way I break. So anyways, yeah, that's what I just want to put out there. Also, an update surrounding Webtoon, something I noticed, which is, I'm not sure if it's serious thing. I really hope it isn't. But Webtoon, what is up with your app? Like I just remember like getting the updates on the Apple Store, and then my Webtoon app been acting weird. It locks me out. When I was doing that read, the Kismet read, which believe it or not, there was another Kismet season, and I did a Let's Read of it like any other Webtoon I do, and it just locks me out in the middle of the Webtoon. You couldn't tell because I edited it out, but it was like, why did it lock me out? What was that all about? Like, why is it that I was like reading the Kiss Band and logged me out randomly, and then that's when I was like, yeah, it's no big deal. I was supposed to stop there, but instead I actually continue to do these reads and continue Seasons of Blossom. I was planning to actually do 5 eps, and these are just long chapters, by the way, and I couldn't. I literally barely. I got so mad because he keeps logging me out every 2 or 1 minute. It was just so bad. So I knew that at some point I was like, okay, I'm going to read and I'm going to, pretty much continue where I left off. When it locks me out, I got to remember where I left off. And that has to be aggravating. And it's something that is not really worth it at all. But I knew that I had to make these videos for you guys, and knowing that I really care. But at the end of that video, I said like, yeah, something's wrong with Webtoon. It keeps locking me out or something. Only when I record, but when I read it without the recording button, without the, the screen recorder, it doesn't lock me out. But when I use my screen recorder, which is usually I record these videos, and also how I'm using it as a microphone to actually talk to you guys in this video, it just, for some reason, like locks me out. Like Webtoon is like, I don't know what's the deal with that. I probably am really thinking of really talking or calling actually no, I can't call. I wish I can call them, but email Webtoon and ask like, hey, why is it when I do these reads, and also particularly the staff of Webtoon, I have to talk to them. The ones that I emailed. The last time I emailed them was when, of course, my channel was terminated, and then that was the last time, and they basically like like, I don't know if they sent an apology or anything or give me some kind of wisdom, but it gave me some comfort knowing that Webtoon, cares. But it was, obviously it was too late. That was the sad thing about that whole, thing that happened. Basically, believe it or not, was the beginning of this year of January. Okay, my channel was terminated last December, and then it's, oh my goodness, now thinking about it, we're actually almost getting close to December. Man, time is moving fast. But yeah, in January, I started my channel again, and pretty much I emailed them knowing like, hey, I need to know if I'm safe to actually ever do these reads again. And they emailed me the rules and stuff like that. I followed those rules, but, with all the false kind of, things that they put me through, it's just like, my channel was, it was already late. I was already in, a caught victim of this copyright-ish that YouTube has pretty much sentenced me. And it's just kind of unfortunate. But hopefully when I rise up, and hopefully that, I'm still working to actually have Webtoons back, as an influencer. I do want as a sponsor, main sponsor. And also I just, there's no other sponsors that I ever want more than Webtoon. I feel like that's the most important. So that, I can actually get some of the benefits that most Webtoon ambassadors has. And I'm just trying to target for that, being an ambassador. Believe it or not, I'm not an ambassador yet. I am planning to be, I am trying, but it's not that easy. It's just, the work in progress of actually getting there. But a lot of times, there's times where I do feel like, how come I don't have how come I'm not an ambassador yet? I know I'm a small channel and I'm, not at that point yet. Especially you have to have like 10,000 subs to actually be an ambassador or something like that. As it was really given in the survey for other people to be ambassador. But it's something that I target, and hopefully Webtoon actually does another training of actually doing that again, so that I can actually, approach of, becoming, ambassador, and also becoming part of Webtoon officially, other than just making it fun. Like, like how different people like review video games, but they are not sponsored by video games. They're doing gameplays, but they're not sponsored by the gameplays. It's something that, for me, I want to do the reads, but I also want to be sponsored by, and having all these benefits and stuff, especially being kind of like the only guy that does, the romance reads, and that's the thing that also I want to plan to make a video, is sharing what I do these reads. The thing is that I am planning to make an intro video of my whole entire channel. It's just that there's a lot to actually put in, where it's rules and terms, and also the other things that I just want to add in my intro of this channel. But there's just too much. The list goes on, and I have to really organize it and find time to organize it in order to actually make a proper, introduction of who I am and why, and the reason why I read what I read and what I'm into, and maybe it can go out without saying, but it's good to actually give a good explanation of what I've been through, knowing of what I love and what I'm into, honestly, and who I am. Anyways, that's all I just really want to share and what I want to actually give out there. And pretty much, as you can see, there's not really, even though like I hit 2K, it's still like, a small kind of milestone compared to like what's big, obviously, because, not a lot of people really celebrate or even talk about like, hey, I hit 2K. Oh my goodness. I just like being thankful of actually getting another 1,000 subs, and it's something that I treasure, and it's something that is, that means to me. And it's like something that you really, I don't know if I feel like I take for granted, but it's like, I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful. I'm just enjoying the view, and I'm just thankful for you guys, because I just know that deep inside that even though like pretty much a good majority doesn't watch these kind of videos, which is my VinzTalks, believe it or not, a good amount that are the real ones see this, and the ones that are watching. At least I'm confident knowing that they are watching this. Anyways, let's get into some talks. We're about to talk some space talks of a certain individual going to space, and also a couple of stuff in the game cast where it's like Sora being a new Smash Bros. Character, and talking a little bit about Psychonauts 2, and also a lot of stuff in the Tooncast. I just did a review of Amphibia. Gotta talk a little bit about that. You can also check that video out if you want. It's in my channel somewhere, Amphibia Season 3 review. And maybe a little bit of like, other stuff that I've been watching, even like updates of the Ladybug and Rackless stuff. Just some good stuff, some news and some, something that, and the thing is that I'm very tempted to really put in some other topics around here, but I try to actually put stuff that is safe, that everyone can agree with. Because the thing is that I'll just, I'm just going to say this. I watch a lot of politics, and pretty much it's politics kind of, especially within the Twitter of things, is just like getting heavy and heavy. And that's kind of like where my interest is based in. And I just like looking at other people's opinions and what sides and different sides opinions and me knowing, having a neutral kind of like, an unbiased opinion of these different opinions and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. So that's all I'm going to say. That's what I'm into. I'm just telling you what I'm into. Same thing when I'm saying that I'm into skateboarding. I'm into politics, knowing that I'm into the today's kind of side, because of how big it is nowadays, and how you couldn't really get away from it, and how it's really put into cartoons nowadays. Not manga, but in animation in general. How it's like what I see is something that I'm so tempted to talk about. But at the same time, that's not my field of what I really want to talk about. Just putting that out there, okay? Anyways, let's get into a couple of stuff in the space talk, because I tend to put that sometimes in the VinzTalk of this podcast, believe it or not. But in the space talk, I want to talk about William Shatner going to space. So believe it or not, yes, I'm into space. I just watched the Inspiration 4. I finished the documentary, which I did a review of, which was so good. And I'm here to actually talk about more stuff about space. Not that it's something that, here's the thing, here's my philosophy of it, if you can call it that, is that we're in a new era. The future of space travel is something that I look to, and I'm like, whoa, this is the future. I like studying things of the future. Yes, I can go about like, society and what's trendy out there, and maybe technology of how we advance as a, civilization. But I like to talk about stuff that is much more bigger than that. When it comes down to space, it's something that is completely out of the dome of reality in this world. And that is the coolest thing I can ever think about, like talking about, honestly. So William Shatner is going to space, the guy that played Captain Kirk of Star Trek, if anyone was old enough to actually remember that, is going on the Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' rocket, the one rocket that is shaped as a, as a dingus, and that people like to make a joke of, and goes to space. From what I heard, he's going to space for 15 minutes, which I'm like, that's not enough. Then again, when I saw the Jeff Bezos lunch with his, I guess family or something, I get a feeling it's a family, okay? I don't know. Like, he probably brought his siblings around this rocket. It was just 4 people coming in. It was Inspiration 4, but Inspiration 4 was more higher. Okay, when I really think about it, just to give a quick summary of like the Inspiration 4, well, not summary, but just talking about like one of the rocket, the one that was basically that's part of the Inspiration 4 launch, one of the ones that is, part because there's 4 people of the Inspiration 4 that is going to space. And one of them in the beginning of like this whole progress was asking like, how we're going to the moon. And I'm like, nah, come on, they can't go. Now, when I think about it, the Artemis mission and also the fact that they went, like, I was like, wait a minute, this is actually the furthest almost that they are close to the moon. And humanly, you can't be close to, because from what I heard, the Inspiration 4 launch was more higher than the ISS. The ISS being the International Space Station, which is the only space station. And I heard that there's other space stations like, that China and Russia made. And pretty much that's out of like, anything in the media in America for some reason, even though we can find it on the internet. But the main space station here in the US and pretty much here in the Western Hemisphere is the ISS. And it's pretty much one of the most known one. And also it's the most crowded. It's the most crowded space station out there that is circling around our orbit. And for this Inspiration 4 launch, when I saw it, they say like it's the highest. It's more higher than the ISS. And pretty much the person that was asking like if we're going to the moon was on that particular spacecraft. So if she was like saying like, hey, are we going to the moon? It's almost like she's the closest. So she could have gone to the moon. When I really think about it, that's like one of those crazy facts where I'm like, whoa, that's bonkers. Okay, look, there's a lot of things about space that can blow people's mind. I can do this all day knowing it blows people's mind. And some people, there's a good majority. I mean, a good majority that are like, yeah, whatever, they're going to space. But it's like, come on, it's good stuff. It's like, it's at least content for me speaking about it. Okay, but William Shatner, Captain Kirk, okay, not Spock, not, freaking like Dr. Q or some other Star Trek. Look, I'm not a fan of Star Trek, honestly, okay? I don't grow up with Star Trek. I don't even grow up with, Star Wars. I think one of the biggest inspirations of space for me, even though I'm not a space guy myself, but I kind of look at this like this is the freaking future, okay? The freaking future. Aliens, that guy with the, on the aliens meme, like I'm just matching myself that guy, and I'm just like, dude, this is the freaking future. And this is like the beginning of something big. We're living in the history books of something that this could be more normalized. A spaceport coming in, and this random guy that is like, what is it, like William Shatner is like what, age 90, even though he looks good for his age. Let me be honest. I thought he was like 40 or whatever, but he's like 90. He's literally 90 years old, believe it or not. And yeah, he's supposed to go to space. He's already prepared, and there's going to be a launch on the 12th of October, which I believe, from what I look from my calendar, it's going to be on a freaking Tuesday. It's going to be next Tuesday, and that's when his launch begins. And I'm like, okay, that quick. Oh my goodness. It's like, is he prepared yet? Like, it takes a long, then again, pretty much for the Inspiration 4, the first civilian space, that's another big thing. The first civilian, these are non-astronauts going to space. Can I say that one more time? Let me say that one more time. Non-astronauts. They are not astronauts. They are not trained astronauts. They're not trained for NASA. They're not really partnerships for NASA. They don't work for NASA in any sense. They can easily be nutting at all space. Like literally there was a person that did once work for space that was part of this mission and now is writing poetry and making art and goes to space. The farthest that goes to space. If you ask me, that is like pretty much going to space is going to be more easier and more compatible than ever. It's like, this is sort of like something big that is going to happen within history, and here I am freaking fanboying of it. But it's like a big deal. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like crazy. And now another crazy thing is going to happen on next Tuesday, which is the oldest of William Shatner, age 90, going to space, Captain Kirk, and probably going for 15 minutes or longer. Like, this is something, like, I'm just picturing, like, him, like wearing his suit and actually like imagine him with his squad. Like I would like the rest of the squad that played Star Trek with him. Like that would be a fun trip just to see, and all of them wearing spacesuits, and this is gonna be a real time like phase of them actually being in space, and they could easily remake that. They could easily remake that. Also, another thing, Tom Cruise is also going to space. Another star, which I'm not sure if they announced that or anything, but it's coming to the future. Oh my goodness, space travel. I never thought something like this would happen ever in our lives, but for me, as I'm alive, as I'm witnessing this in my lifetime, it is big, okay? And I just want to share it to you guys, okay? It's just something big. It's something big. Anyways, enough about space talk. Let's get back to planet Earth and talk about some VG games. Okay, so Gamecast, a lot of stuff here. Psychonauts 2. For those that didn't know, I grew up, playing Psychonauts, which was in the PlayStation 2. This was an old game, like years ago. I don't know how old I was. I was probably around middle school, and I was playing this game. I remember it vividly, what Rasputin, the main character that actually was going around. And I had a lot of nostalgia when watching gameplays of Psychonauts 2. I could easily put this in, the Tooncast due to the fact I treat it I'm watching episode by episode, but I'm basically watching a big-ass gameplay. And Psychonauts 2 really brings back to a lot of memories. When I saw Ford, I was like, oh my gosh. I saw you when I was freaking 3 foot, and now I'm almost going up to that limit where I'm just seeing this in real time. I'm like, whoa, this is mad nostalgia happening. And also some new characters. I like the new squad, which used to be the bullies of Rasputin when Rasputin enters the HQ. And I just really like how, the returning characters like Sasha, Mila, and also, the main group, especially Coach was there. He's funny. And, also seeing Raz's parents again. And I was shocked seeing Raz's mom. I'm like, we never saw Raz's mom in the last game. But it was with all this build up, I feel like I could have really rewatched, even though I already know the main story and everything of, Psychonauts 1. And I could have rewatched it just to relive it and actually watch this gameplay, basically. I was just basically watching the gameplay, but I was brought with so many nostalgia. And I'm just like, I could have bought the game. It's for some reason, when I was watching Ratchet and Clank, it brought me some nostalgia. It wasn't that crazy, but for some reason, Psychonauts 2, it was nostalgia, but it was something I never expected. Another thing that I never expect. First, the space thing and the Psychonauts thing. This is coming on. I'm coming in. But yeah, it's just all this other stuff that is bringing in, and I just really enjoy it. I mean, I am so hyped just to see more. Right now, I'm in the casino level, and it's just some good stuff that this game throws. I just like the story. I just like to bring myself back to know, will Raz have a second kiss for Lily? Or will Raz, be will we see the player actually playing as the other characters, which is the squad of Raz's, and who they build a connection with, the friends, which they used to be bullies still to this day. And I wish I know their names. Some of them is named Norma or something, and also you got Kyle, and then also the other people, I don't know, I forget. Anyways, also new Smash character. That's why it was announced on a Nintendo Direct, which is the Smash Direct, because the Nintendo Direct was already passed, but they announced a freaking Smash Direct on the October 5th, which we passed that, and I watched the whole thing, even though I was busy with exams, and it was pretty good. I really liked it, Sora, the last Smash character, which in my head, I'm like, oh, that's it, last Smash character, but also I'm like, wait, could there be a new project that freaking the creator of Smash is making? I try to pronounce his name. I'm not going to really embarrass myself to pronounce the name. I'm not going to go there. Okay, Japanese and Korean names is something I might struggle. Just look at my webtoons. But anyways, it's yeah, Sora, new Smash. Even though, look, I'm not a fan of Kingdom Hearts. Don't have any memory of it. But seeing this, it was somewhat fitting because I heard the song and stuff like that. And it has the Disney vibes, which yes, Disney plays a role of the inspiration of what I'm into, especially when it comes down to storytelling in general. Disney kind of inspired me that, especially as a little kid. a lot of memories, okay, with Disney. And for this one, Sora, like, being the new Smash character, I'm like, this is fitting. This is something that I guess is the end. I really wish that they would continue the lineup for just a few characters. Get Dante in there. Get Spyro. Oh, that would be cool. Oh, Rayman, can you imagine? I think I saw this video where Rayman was just like sad, and in the TV behind him was the reveal of a new Smash character, and you see like Rayman sad, and I see the comments, and pretty much people don't know that Rayman was on Brawlhalla, but come on, Smash could have been better. Even though Brawlhalla is a cool game, and it could be like it's basically like a free version of Smash, and it's more like people used to call it like the bootleg version of Smash, but it's okay. But my goodness, that's the suck, knowing that Rayman, even though yes, pretty much a lot of people weren't all happy about having Sora as a new character, but it was like, who do you expect? Who else would be capable of being in the new Smash? Who would be like pretty much there has to be a lot of rights and a lot of licenses for all these characters just to have in, and that must be taking a very long progress. But yeah, this is just something inspiring. I really like it, and I see that Smash really inspired when it comes down to its characters reveals. It has inspired many other games to actually use that kind of concept of revealing characters to be in their games with different, IPs to be inside of their kind of license, franchise. We saw it with one of the characters from Horizon. Look, I don't know who the character is. That was in Genshin Impact, from a different game. And of course, Rayman from Brawlhalla. Ruby, the characters of Ruby, Ruby Yang and the rest of the gang in this crap, what was it? Blue something? It's a fighting game. I forget. It's a game that I actually bought, but I haven't played it for a while. Like I bought the game. It was Blue something. Okay, I still have it in my in the Switch history of my eShop. But it was like, man, I forget the name. Okay, I forget. Okay, but yeah, just like Sora as a new Smash character, that has to be something. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's not if for me personally, I'm like, yeah, it's nothing crazy. But it is something where I'm just so happy for the Smash community, and also, for the one that created this game, as well. And even though that Isabella is still the number one character that I play, because, that's just, like, especially, I'm still shocked that when I was reading Boyfriends, which is the webtoon I'm known for, honestly, like, when Refrain Bro actually, pretty much, you see, like, Bai King, as I call him, Jock, the Bai character, and he was playing as Isabel, and I play as Isabel, and I'm Bai, and I'm like, wait a minute, is it me, or is like Refrainbow knows me? He freaking knows me. It's like, wait, is Isabel like Isabel from gosh, I'm forgetting everything right now. Animal Crossing. Isabel from Animal Crossing happens to, like, is she like the character for many bi folks out there? Has to be, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Like, it's a sort of like one of those coincidences that I'm just like having like, oh, this has to actually come into like as a coincidence in a way. You know what I mean? Me being bi and playing as Isabel, like, in my favorite character, honestly, with the fishing net and all that. Yeah, my favorite tax, let me tell you. Anyways, but yeah, bigs ups, the Sora, new Smash character. And I guess that's the final for Smash. It's somewhat sad, but it's like, yeah, it has to end somewhere. But good show. Anyways, GTA Trilogy, I put this in the list because me hoping that there might be a GTA 6 in the future. Who knows? I don't know. That could be somewhat of like Easter egg of some sort. Let me tell you, GTA, when I played GTA, San Andreas or something, it made me really, I guess, appreciate where I'm from in a way. I don't know. That's what I give it. And also, I just like going around, like, pretty much, especially what was it that I like, the BMX, the biking of this, which of course it would be something I'm into because I'm into action sports. But yeah, CJ biking, doing some kind of like tricks, if you can call it as that. And also the cheat code. That was another thing that I really like. Let me tell you about GTA San Andreas. So GTA Trilogy, back it again. Well, not back it again. It's here, I guess, or coming. I don't know. I just put this in the list. Also, there was like this whole thing about the massive leak on Twitch. I'm not sure that what that was about, but many other content creators on Twitch was actually being revealed of the cash that they made in Twitch, which is like, okay, whatever, but it's like sort of a big thing or something like that. Also, another big thing, I remember that somewhere a couple days ago, there was a outage of a Facebook outage and an Instagram outage. Literally, there was like only like a few hours that you can't post anything or see anything on Instagram. It was just frozen, especially the same thing with Facebook. So I don't know what that was about. Of course, there was a reason, but then again, I'm not really gonna bring it to politics at all. So I'm just gonna leave it at there. But yeah, that was just crazy. I was like, whoa. And of course, my boy Stefan texted me like, yo, Instagram is down. What is happening? I'm like, yeah, it's happening to me too. So yeah, pretty much we weren't freaking out, but we were like, what is happening? Yeah, like, is there something going on? And also there was people saying like, oh, this is going to happen. There was a lot of people saying like, oh, it could stay down, which I get, pretty much Instagram and Facebook, people, being focused. Look, some people just wants to actually have an escape to actually see it. At least for me, I want to check out, there's a certain site or different areas of Instagram, especially when it comes down to me building a following on Instagram. It's something that I still am trying to really target and work hard for, but it's like, it's kind of hard. But anyways, follow my Instagram. Link in the description, and you'll see the following. I don't have a lot. Do I wish I have like some like 1K or 2K or some K in my Instagram following? Yes, I wish I had amounts of followers. Maybe like 500. Just a good amount. Just a good amount to actually show some stuff and they see it. That's why I like expressing myself. But nah, it is what it is. Other than that, yeah, let's go into Tooncast, where we gotta talk about different things surrounding animation and stuff that I watch. So, Amphibia Season 3, it was good. I mean, I wish I could rewatch it right now because I'm just, every time I'm thinking about it, and of course when then I get distracted of other things, But yeah, I saw Amphibia Season 3. I saw the first episode, The New Normal. I saw the second and the third. So I'm not sure where the fourth or the other episodes are gonna come. But I'm excited for those too. Okay, I'm just like, I want to see more, especially surrounding Sasha and also Anne's, and also what's gonna happen to Marcy. Is Marcy gonna be okay? And will Andreas get like, will there be a payback, a certain revenge that is gonna go to Andreas for what he did? It's like one of those things where I'm just like, it could happen. But yeah, definitely check out the review or check out Amphibia first because there's some spoilers, obviously. Anyways, Owl House. I was planning to actually review Owl House, but I didn't. So instead, I'm talking about here. I watched season 2. I watched it all the way until that episode where it was the Lumini episode, where it's Amity and Luce, the confession, and also Hootie acting crazy. Yeah, that episode. Yeah, I couldn't really gone there, but pretty much that's where I stopped, and I feel like I should watch the rest, so I don't get spoiled by what was it, Cartoon Apocalypse something? No, not Cartoon Apocalypse. Cartoon, I forget the name. Cartoon Universe. Okay, I don't know. Not really. No, yeah, but season 2 of Owl House was pretty good. I always love the ending song. I do. I really like the ending song of Owl House season 2. That was good. And also, yeah, we got a lot of things to see. I saw King's backstory, pretty deep. Edith's mom, and also, of course, Amity's mom in the first episode. And yeah, just some different contents of, surrounding, and also seeing Luz again. Seeing like her a world of this of this universe really builds within her. That's pretty good to see. And some different magics and fight scenes. Those are always cool. Also, yeah, another unexpected thing was the Kiss Bet. I didn't expect a Kiss Bet season 3 was gonna come, but yes, of course, as I talked about it, I was saying like, hey, it keeps logging me out. But I do want to say, like, pretty much I don't have like a full playlist for the Kiss Bet yet, at least surrounding season 2, because of the rest of my episodes were deleted because of YouTube deleting it, because termination, yada yada, all that stuff. But yeah, for this one, it's like it was good to actually see some, like, pretty much I was aware of it because I follow the creator of the Kiss Bet in Instagram, and I saw people like checking it, and the premiere was out, and it was like, oh, a good amount of people. But for the video, I feel like I could have released the Kiss Bet, because I don't know when it was released. It was probably released like maybe somewhere like later on, because if it was released earlier of last week or during the week, that I would put it next to one of the videos like Boyfriends, and also the Friday Pack. And the Friday Pack is also one of the bigger videos that I put in, where it's like pretty much gets more of the views, at least to my knowledge. And pretty much I always start off with a bang. When it's Friday, it's a fun day, and I put on the big webtoons like Boyfriends and Mage and Demon Queen and the Kiss Bet. Those were my big bangers. Those are my usual big bangers. There could be some other bangers, but right now, Boyfriends, Mage and Demon Queen is taking over, at least in my channel, when it comes down to the webtoons I read. And it's something that I hope that continues. But yeah, it's so cool to see Kiss Bet season 3, seeing Sarah Lynn again, seeing Subway Boy again, as I like to call him, and Patrick, and also some shocking. Yet, look, I'm kind of curious of like, how is this gonna go? I feel like the creator, Ingrid, could definitely do a lot better. But I'm willing to see. I like to enjoy myself, but also I like to have a little review and talk about, like, if this is good, if this is fire. Let's just hope. Anyways, The Ghosts of Molly Mcgee, another Disney show that I saw, where I was like kind of like questioning a bit, but it's like, okay, you have an older ghost. And I want to give a little criticism for those that didn't see The Ghost of Molly Mcgee. This may not really seem big to you or anything like this, but for those that did see it, I just want to say, is it me, or the ghost could have been like, Molly's age? It feels kind of strange in a way where, at least the way I'm seeing it, where it's like a older ghost, I feel like, next to Molly. But I'm like, yeah, I guess they're going for that kind of stage of this show. But still, I wish it was like, the ghost was like, younger, or pretty much the same age as Molly, in that sense, but instead it's like a freaking adult. So it's almost acting like the ghost is like, the grandpa for Molly Mcgee in a way, or dad or something like that, even though Molly already has like his parents around. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. I will say that, but it's like, I just have to wait and see. Right now I'm focused on like Outhouse Amphibia, and of course Ladybug Miraculous, which Ladybug Miraculous just revealed their new episodes that are coming out, list of episodes that they have planned for this season, which is season 4. So some good stuff. I also haven't watched, I haven't really watched what is it called, Simple Man. Yeah, I don't know. I heard it was bad, and I'm just like, oh boy, where is this gonna go? But I do want to finish, like, the timeline of some of these, episodes. But then again, I'm just like, I'm finding so many other good stuff to watch that Disney has released, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm stick here, Ladybug Miraculous. I'm a good, and I pretty much, maybe I'm burnt out of it, but I do want to see more. And pretty much I have friends that do watch Ladybug Miraculous. So of course I have to continue that conversation with them. But yeah, this is what I have pretty much what's going on. Also, I heard, like, what is Ruby season 9? Yeah, I'm waiting for that. Let me tell you, it's gonna be big. Even though when I saw that Ruby in the news of just like a couple days ago, basically when Ruby was sold in Dollar Trees and stuff like that, it turned me off. It turned me off for the show a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the show where it's sold in Dollar Tree. Then again, it's free on YouTube. You can literally watch it. But who's really selling this? It's like, I saw a Blu-ray disc in the Dollar Tree of Ruby, and it was a Twitter picture. Maybe it was like, it was fake in a way, and they're just putting it out there. But it's like, I don't know. I get this feeling like maybe Dollar Trees, some Dollar Trees probably has a Ruby set. Okay, of a disc and like, hey, Ruby season 1, season 2, season 3 in Dollar Tree. So it's like, damn, that's oh man. Also, I'm still waiting for the soundtrack. Not sure when Casey's gonna get that done. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Once again, thank you guys for 2K. Thank you guys for everything, honestly. And yeah, I just want to say, like, this is just means a lot, knowing that something like this could actually come in. Who knows? Let's hit that 3K. Let's hit that 10K. Let's hit that 1,000K. Okay, we're about to hit all the Ks, and we're about to hit it all together. I want to see this really becoming something big. But other than that, I'll see ya. Ciao. One Piece. Okay, wait, why does he keep saying One Piece? I gotta be careful. I keep making this mistake saying one love in a piece, okay? But once again, one love, because that's something that we all should live by, knowing that it's one love that you share, knowing that me being part of that kind of like one love, knowing that I read so many romances that is sort of surrounded of all love in one love, and of course, peace, because I'm outie, but dowdy. A peace.